Even though we are coming up on Father's Day, we're going to talk about a movie for the moms this afternoon. The movie Babes, written by Ilana Glazer, tells the story of friends. One is a mom and one is about to become a mom.
It goes through all of the nitty-gritty of what happens to your body, your relationship, and your friendships in a really funny way. I recently spoke with Ilana about the film. Check it out. Ilana, I don't know what to say to you other than thank you for this movie. As a fellow mom, I feel like it is required viewing before you get pregnant. Was that your intention?
But okay, so Babes, did I plan it to be required viewing? I don't know. Babes, it's a hard comedy with a lot of heart about two best friends, played by me and Michelle Buteau, who are in very different places in their lives. Michelle has a husband and two kids. Her husband's played by Hassan Minhaj, delicious. And my character is free-spirited and single and child-free and totally clueless to the responsibilities of parenting, how effortful it is to be a parent and in charge of a whole human. And when my character gets pregnant by a one-night stand, she decides to keep the baby, and it tests me and Michelle's lifelong friendship. So I started writing this when I was pregnant, and my co-writer, Josh Rabinowitz, his wife was pregnant, and we were kind of like my character Eden. Naive, excited, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, not yet exhausted. And she brought us this idea, and we thought it was so funny, and we put together a list of the most surprising and absurd things we were experiencing as a pregnant person, as the partner of a pregnant person, totally helpless watching your partner completely change from the inside out in 10 months. Like, I'd actually rather be in my position than Josh was in his. And in new parenthood. And first of all, we're looking at this list and we're like, have we ever seen this before? How is this comedy not mined? It's so funny. The boobs and the horniness and the placenta and the amniocentesis and the procedures and it's so funny. Like it's really only been told through men's eyes, but the really funny place is in a woman's body because it's ridiculous. It's shocking and ridiculous. And we've been so systematically removed from knowing our own bodies that everything's a surprise that shouldn't be. But then, you know, also like the friendship, like how your friendships change is surprising and uncertain and like tender and challenging and scary. And that was the thing that was like really pulling us through this list of such funny ideas. That was the story we saw that we could really tell, how friendships change and how they can also maybe strengthen.
Well, I heard you say in one interview that this is how we talk as moms to each other. We're talking about all this, and it might sound unbelievable to some people that we go through this, but there was the one scene where Michelle's working on her milk supply, and I almost cried. It was funny, but I almost cried because you just totally relate, and that's how we talk when we see each other.
And it's crazy with like breastfeeding. It's like you kind of think you know, but then I mean it's unbelievable in public. Like suddenly exposed, but it's for everybody gets it. Like it's so absurd. And then you really don't know what even questions to ask until you're there again, because like I'm saying, like I didn't know. And we're not in a society anymore where we're around babies being born and mothers breastfeeding and kids and grandparents and intergeneration. Like we're so sort of removed from ourselves that you suddenly, I mean, I live in New York City, so everybody's talking to everybody about their business on the street to strangers all day. Thank God, because I have questions. And, you know, we find ourselves parents in New York City just like getting into it immediately. Questions about pumping and what kind of pump and poop and rashes. I mean, it gets real fast.
It does. I know it just, we get to know each other very quickly just from that similar bond. Can we keep talking offline forever? Because they're telling me I have to wrap right now.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you for making this movie. It is hilarious and it captures what we've gone through so well.
Yeah, and I have to say, I think it's worth seeing in theaters. People are laughing together, strangers who don't know each other. We need spaces to laugh together, and I think Babes in theaters is one of those spaces.
Oh, she was fun to talk to. You can tell this is a passion project for her, right? Yeah, absolutely. She was so much fun. So you can also head to our Instagram at Great Day Watch. You're going to see what she says there about doing comedy shows in D.C.
And remember, you can head to theaters now to see Babes.